Thank you, Ed. Good morning. I'm Lois. Here are your headlines in the Midlands. A man from Birmingham stuck out in Dubai with his diabetic mother and pregnant wife says he wants more guidance from the British government on how to get home. Advised to follow the instructions of local authorities and monitor the Foreign Office's travel advice. In other news, a woman has been injured after a two-car crash in Wednesbury, which saw those inside one of the cars escape before police arrived. Thousands of fish will be relocated in Shropshire today after a section of the Llangollen Canal near Whitchurch breached last year. And finally, Hollywood came to Birmingham last night. It was absolutely okay. It's feeling a lot like spring out there, isn't it? Let's take a look at the weather. Here's Des. Looks like a day to get outside. Thank you, Des. That's it from us this morning. I'll hand you back now to Susanna and Ed. Bye-bye. Thank you, Ed. Good morning. I'm Lois. Here are your headlines in the Midlands. A number of residents living in the village of Legomery in Shropshire were evacuated from their homes late last night after police discovered a suspected explosive device. Fly tippers in Wolverhampton will have their pictures shared as part of the council's plan to fight environmental crime. New measures are being taken in Staffordshire to improve school attendance, which has fallen by 2% over the last 2 years. New anchors and chains of the UK's two largest warships will be built in the Black Country. A new leisure centre, hundreds of homes and a faster, more reliable bus system are all part of a new vision to transform Stoke-on-Trent city centre. OK, let's take a look at travel now. And in Staffordshire, the M6 is closed northbound with queuing traffic because of overrunning roadworks. That's between junction 15 for Stoke-on-Trent and junction 16. There's also 3 lanes closed between junction 14 for Stafford and 15 because of a shed load, and drivers should expect delays there this morning. All right, time for the weather now. Here's Des. Thank you, Kate. Good morning. I'm Lois. Here are your headlines in the Midlands. A man has been charged with murder and attempted murder after a stabbing in the Alum Rock area of Birmingham on Tuesday afternoon. A woman from Rugby who's in Dubai says she was left horrified when her travel company told her they didn't realise she was still awaiting a return flight home. Well, in response, TUI said their teams are in direct contact with all affected customers to arrange alternative flights home. In other news, a public meeting is taking place tonight calling on an end to Birmingham's long-running bin strikes. Construction of Birmingham's new Curzon Street station took a step forward this week as the last of around 2,000 concrete piles underpinning its foundations were put in. And the world's biggest dog show is back in Birmingham. OK, time for the weather forecast. Here's Des. Another beautiful day. Thank you, Des. That's it from us this morning. I'll hand you back now to Kate and Paul. Bye-bye. Thank you, Ranvir. Good morning. I'm Lois. Here are your headlines in the Midlands. A care home in Wolverhampton has been placed into special measures after a report found problems with safety and management. The Care Quality Committee, a spokesperson for the care home, said they do not believe it's an accurate or fair reflection of the home and will be lodging a rating review with the CQC. In other news, plans for overnight parking fees have been postponed in a town in Shropshire after backlash from members of the public. More than £1 million is being spent to create new places for children with special educational needs and disabilities in Sandwell. There's plans to spend £40 million improving Herefordshire's roads and public spaces. OK, in sport now, Wolves take on Liverpool in the FA Cup tonight, and for the first time in 30 years... Absolutely. OK, well, it's time now to take a look at the weather forecast. Here's Des. Thank you, Des. And that is it from us this morning. I'll hand you back now to Kate and Ranvir in London. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.